The bassist really is the sexiest member of the band, yes, I'm not gonna lie. Stunning, beautiful man.
So we have the recording studio booked from 4 till 7. The time is 3 minutes past 4, and Isaac Walters is not here.
Yeah, I was late for the recording of the drums.
Annoyingly, not long after we tracked the drums, I ended up purchasing a new drum kit, which ended up being considerably better than the one that it was tracked on, which was irritating. But it was good fun. Me and Isaac got it recorded in an afternoon.
So the guitar, I wrote it at uni about a month before I brought it to the band. In terms of tracking, I recorded through a Marshall DSL-40 with my DS1 pedal. All the modulations, the reverbs, the delays, they're all post-production done in the software, the DAW. It was quite heavily inspired by Paramore's That's What You Get. You can hear that in the intro more than anything. The rest of the song's pretty irrelevant.
It's quite a simple bass line. There's a bit of jumping in the verses, and I use a lot of effects. I use a phase. I use 2 different delays at 16 and at 8, and then I also use a phaser, and yeah, that's pretty much it, and a boost in the choruses before the cleans.
It was one of those songs where I didn't want to overcomplicate things. I ended up redoing the drums about 3 or 4 times because I kept adding things to try and add some flavour and some flair and things like that. But it just sort of sounded. It sounded like I was trying too hard. So I kind of, to a certain extent, went back to basics, which I think worked better for the overall beat of the song, in terms of what Isaac was doing with the melody. Overall, I think I'm happy with it.
In the studio, it was pretty quick. It took a while to set up, but the actual tracking was pretty quick to do. I first tried doing the stereo setup between both the amps facing each other with a mic in the middle, then one on each cone. But that didn't really work because there was phase issues. It was pretty difficult to iron out, so instead I just ran mono, double tracked left and right, and then centre for the lead. In fact, when I chose to redo the guitars, I was actually in a rehearsal studio, not a recording studio. It got the tone I wanted, and that's just how it was done.
Recording Haunt Me was fun. I did it in a living room, unlike the rest of you, but it was rather mildly entertaining. We got good takes, we got bad takes, as per usual. It was better in the living room than the studio, not gonna lie.
Recording was really weird. Me and Isaac ended up doing it in this sort of massive basement that had like this enormous corridor that you had to go to get down. It was really odd. It was nice. It was just like a mile underground. Right, so Isaac finally got here, and now he's down this long, sweeping basement. I think.
Okay, so the vocals on Haunt Me I kind of wrote based on this idea of a toxic relationship, you know. So it's one of those, you can give everything that you want to give, do the best you can, but it's never enough. So this person just takes and takes and takes, but at the same time you get nothing back in return.
Sweet. come through.
I did the whole "do you want to play a game" thing, and like the mic wasn't on.
Oh no, you just talk to yourself.
Okay, so when it came to being in a studio, it was actually my first time being in a vocal booth properly. Like, you know, I've recorded songs in like ambient settings before, but I've never done anything like in a booth. So it was an odd experience. It was dark. It was warm. It was very intimate. I had to keep leaning against the wall because I'm a loud singer. So it was one of those that I had to keep leaning back. But I think I really enjoyed it. Definitely looking forward to working on the next one.